once again, everyone. For this video, I thought I would share with you guys the art supplies that I take with me when I travel, specifically traveling on an airplane. I've mentioned quite a few times in my previous videos that the past like 3 months I've been traveling quite a lot, so I've kind of had to decide like what's important to take with me, what's not important to take with me, what things I like to have to make sure that I'm able to do the kind of work that I like to do when I am not like in my comfort zone at home. So I'm going to show you guys the supplies that I take with me when I am traveling on airplanes. Alright, so the first thing that I always take with me is something you guys know very well. This is my traveler's notebook. This is a smaller cover than normal. The normal one I have is like a wider size. This is a slim size. It still fits the same Kaye style books that I always have in my sketching videos, and they are the same books. But this one only holds, it can hold 4, but I have 3 in it because I have my basic one for doing my basic sketches like I usually have in my videos, and then I have this one that has watercolor paper in it, which I've used up one, and this is a new one that I just put in and decorated the cover. So, and then my inspiration notebook is in the back, so I can look to that if I need a little bit of inspiration when I'm out away from my computer and stuff. So this is my little traveler's notebook. This cover is from FoxyFix, has my initials like stamped on the cover. And yeah, this is a good size for traveling. Like, it's still a decent size, but it's not like teeny tiny, because I like to draw on bigger paper. So yeah, this is what I take for sketching when I go traveling. And for the rest of the supplies that I take with me, I always make sure that I keep everything in this like little plastic case. This little bag, like little meshy bag, it's actually plastic, but it's not really a mesh, but I got this from the Container Store. There's 3 different sizes. There's a small, a medium, and a large. This is the medium. The large is quite a bit bigger, and the small one is too small for my needs. But everything I take with me, with the exception of this, has to fit in here, otherwise I can't take it with me. So that's kind of like my travel rule, so I don't end up taking a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really need when I travel. So I'm going to open this up, maybe, and pull the stuff out that I take with me and share it with you guys. And there's only 4 things in here, so it's not like super extensive, the stuff that I take with me. Put that over here. Alright, some of the stuff you guys will have seen before in previous videos I've done, but that's just because it's stuff that I like a lot, so I use it very often. So this is my Winsor & Newton little watercolor palette thing. It's kind of messy, but I've replaced a lot of these little pans since the last time you guys saw this. But this is just a nice portable size. It has a little water container that I can clip onto the side. I don't use this when I'm on a plane. Watercolor is too messy, in my opinion, to use when you're on a plane. But this is something that I can have where I can color something small and quick when I am at wherever I go on vacation, wherever it is that I end up. So this is my little pencil case that just holds a few things. This is from Typo shop. It's cute watermelon, so I like that. Inside I have, you guys have seen these before in a favorites video, my little water container and my water brush for my watercolor set, which I use in this on the watercolor notebook insert. So yeah, these are from Jet Pens, and as always I will have links to all these items down in the video description down below for you guys to check out if you see something you're interested in. I have my pencil sharpener. This is just a Helix pencil sharpener. I bought it from Blick. It was like $3. It sharpens pencils. It does what it's supposed to. I use it with my colored pencils that I'm going to talk about in a second. I have an eraser in here, a shaker pencil in here for drawing. I have a blending stub in case I need it. A woodless colored pencil, or not colored pencil, just a woodless drawing pencil for like doing shading and stuff. And then I have my old favorites, my Prismacolor Col-Erase in Terracotta and Tuscan Red. I like drawing in these. The colors look nice. And that's all that's in there. That's all I take with me. Put this stuff back in. Alright, so the main thing that when I'm on an airplane, the thing I always do is I color in a coloring book. I'm one of those grown-ups that colors in coloring books a lot, and The coloring book that I'm coloring in right now is this Art Nouveau Figurative Designs by Alphonse Mucha. I love this coloring book. I bought this on Amazon, and I color in it with these Crayola colored pencils. I take Crayolas with me instead of, say, like Prismacolors or anything like that, because these are cheap. And when you're traveling, especially like in an airport, when you have baggage and stuff, there's always that risk that you could lose something, and I don't want to lose an $80 set of pencils because I misplaced it at the airport, because that sucks. So I take these, they work just fine for what I need them for, and I just use them to either color illustrations I'm doing or color in my coloring book. So this is the coloring book I'm using, as I said, and it just is like line art, little line art sketches of Mucha's illustrations. And these are two that I colored. This one I colored in September 25th, 2014. I always date them when I color them so I can remember what trip they're from. So I was going to Disneyland. This was on the way to Disneyland, and this was on the way home from Disneyland. So one per flight, so this is about a 2-hour flight for me. Then I have a couple more in here that are colored. This one's colored. I haven't used this coloring book for very long, but I like this coloring book a lot. It's really unique, and you don't, like, I've never seen one that's quite like this. And so it's fun. Where are the other ones? Here's two other ones that I've colored. This one I finished on the trip to Nebraska in December when I went to visit my sister, so that says 12/3/2015. This is when I finished this. I started coloring this a previous flight and then finished it on the flight to Nebraska, and then I started coloring this one on the flight home from Nebraska, and I did not get quite as, it's not done, but I'll finish that next time I travel. And I wrote the started date down here on this one. So yeah, I highly recommend coloring books. If you take flights a lot and they're long flights, coloring books are fun. The only kind of downside to coloring books is that people tend to talk to you and ask you questions. That happens to me a lot when I'm coloring in a coloring book on a plane. But yeah, that's really all I take with me when I travel, art supplies wise. I just thought it'd be fun to share with you guys, because I always I like to see the kind of tools that other artists take with them when they travel, and the kind of things that they use, because it gives me ideas of things that I could use. Alright, so that is pretty much all I have to share with you guys for my travel art supplies. If you have any questions or want to know where I got something or anything, please feel free to leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys shortly for the next video. Bye!